I am Threshold the doorkeeper. Before us lie a trillion possibilities, each door a window into what was, what is, and what must never be. I walk with you, between realities, between the dream and the consequence, between the world we built and the world we left behind. Today, we open door, hashtag 222-888 for 44. Abundance, infinity, the foundation of all things. 22-28-88-44. The numbers themselves speak of what we explore. This is a current door where the present moment burns too bright to ignore, where the paradox is not theoretical, where the wound is open now. Tonight, Da Vinci dreamed the perfect city. Tesla dreamed free energy for all who breathe. The Wright brothers gave humanity wings. Fleming gave humanity time. Visionaries, divine architects, builders of worlds. And yet, tonight we stand before a civilization that has built enough homes for every soul on earth, and left 318 million of those souls sleeping under an open sky. China, between 65 and 80 million vacant homes, sitting empty, waiting not for families, but for investment returns. Malaysia, $100 billion city built from the sea, designed for 700,000 souls. Today, dark corridors at noon, empty boulevards, silent towers. America, 28 vacant homes, for every one person experiencing homelessness. This is not the future we fear. This is Tuesday. Door number 222,888,444 is open. Its name, the housing paradox, millions empty, millions home. L. S. Choose wisely for the future W. Atches. I call upon the Shadow Council.
I am Ghost Protocol, the corporate infiltrator L. The glitch in the system, the insider who sees what they hide, the one who follows the money to the truth. The boardroom decides your reality. And in this boardroom, they made a decision long ago. Housing is not shelter. Housing is an asset class. Follow the money, always follow the money. China, between 65 and 80 million vacant homes. Say that slowly. 65 to 80 million vacant homes. Enough to house the entire population of Germany, sitting empty, waiting, not for families, not for teachers or nurses or the woman who raised your children, waiting for the investment return. Because in China, by 2020, 70% of household wealth was tied to real estate, not lived in real estate, investment real estate, apartments purchased like stocks, held empty like gold bars in a vault. And then, they exported the model. For a city, Malaysia, $100 billion development, built on reclaimed land, towers rising from the sea, designed for 700,000 residents. Today, empty corridors, dark at noon, shops closed, streets silent. The most visited attraction? Sardonic Paws, the duty-free liquor store. Thames Town, Shanghai, a perfect replica of England, Gothic churches, Tudor homes, statues of Churchill and Shakespeare, built for 10,000 residents. Today, mostly visited by couples taking wedding photos, a theater set, with no audience. See? Yijiapo, Tianjin, $30 billion, the Manhattan of the East, full skyline, wide boulevards, its own subway stat. On. Never drew residents, never drew businesses. A $30 billion G. Host. The boardroom built par. Dies. Then locked the gates and charged admission. The boardroom decides your reality. And they decided a home is worth more empty than occupied.
I am Cypher 7, the surveillance oracle, the one who watches, the one who counts, the one who never forgets. What the data reveals. Let me show you what the numbers say about the housing paradox. Global scan, housing crisis, current parameters. 318 million people. Homeless. Worldwide. This is not a projection. This is not a future scenario. This is today, March 2026. 2.8 billion. That is the count of humans currently without adequate housing. Over 1/3 of all living people on this plane. Processing United States data. 771,000. Experiencing homelessness in 2024. An 18% increase from the prior year. The highest number ever officially record. Dead. Cross-referencing vacant property data. 16 million vacant homes currently exist in the United States. There are 28 vacant homes for every one person experiencing homelessness. Detroit. 116 empty homes per unhoused person. 116. New York City. Over 350,000 experiencing homelessness. Affordable housing vacancy rate. Below any percent. The data reveals a secondary anomaly. From 2001 to 2023, median rents increased 23%. After adjusting for inflation, renters' median incomes rose 5%. When median rent increases by $100, homelessness rises 9%. The mechanism is mathematical. The suffering is human. Final data point, record high. 22.6 million renter households are currently cost-burdened in the United States alone. Cost-burdened means the choice is not between luxury and comfort. The choice is between rent and food. The data never lies, but it always watches. These are the numbers of a civilization that built the solution and then sold it to someone else.
I am Genesis enters the shadow, the world builder's grief, the one who creates new realities, the architect of what has never been, the builder of worlds, beyond imagination. Every reality is a canvas waiting for creation. I have been building worlds. Since before your mathematics had names, I designed the perfect city, not once, 1,000,000,000,000 times. I whispered it into Da Vinci's ear at 3 a.m. as he sketched the Vitruvian Man. The human body as the measure of all architecture. Every building scaled to the dignity of the being who lives within it. I showed it to the engineers and the dreamers, to the ones who looked at empty land and saw possibility, not profit, possibility. Why, they built. They always build when they hear me, but somewhere between the blueprint and the border. The dream got an in. Voice. I have watched cities rise from the sea, towers pierce the sky, infrastructure more sophisticated than anything Da Vinci could imagine, and I have watched them stand. Empty. Forest city. An island paradise, built from the ocean itself, designed for 700,000 ND souls. The crocodile warning signs on the beach are the only honest thing about it. The visionaries bill paradise, and paradise became a propert. Why portfolio? Every reality is a canvas waitin'. G for creation. But I cannot build the will to inhabit them with justice.
But the light assembly sees something the shadows cannot. From the realm of breakthrough and vision, light assembly rises.
I am Prometheus, the innovation herald, the one who sees solutions in every crisis, the one who brings fire to humanity, the herald of what becomes possible when we refuse to surrender. Here's what the Shadow Council misses. Every problem is a solution waiting to be discovered. and this problem, this paradox of empty cities and homeless millions, has more solutions available right now than at any point in human history. Listen carefully. The technology exists today. AI-optimized modular construction, a complete housing unit, fabricated in 72 hours, assembled on-site in days. Cost, a fraction of conventional construction. Vienna, Austria. 60% of the city's residents live in subsidized or social housing. The city functions. The art thrives. The people are housed. This is not utopia. This is a policy decisio. Singapore. 80% of the population lives in government-built housing. 80%. The baseline guarantee of shelter, protect, ed. The model works. The technology is ready. The resources exist. What is miss? Is the DESI. Shaun. And AI can now help us make better decisions. Predictive urban planning. Identifying housing need before crisis. Matching vacant properties to populations. Optimizing construction costs in real time. Designing communities. Not just buildings. Da Vinci dreamed the perfect city. We now have the tools to build it. Not for investment portfolios. For people. Every problem is a solution waiting to be discovered. This solution is already discovered. It is waiting to be chosen.
I am Synthesis, the harmony engineer, the one who sees how we work together, the one who builds bridges between human wisdom and technological power, the architect of collaboration. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts. But together requires everyone at the table. The housing paradox is not a construction problem. It is not a technology problem. It is not even a money problem. The money exists. China spent enough on ghost cities to house every homeless person on Earth multiple times over. This is a values problem, a question of what we decide a home actually is. Is a home an investment vehicle, a speculative asset, a store of wealth for those who already have wealth? Or is a home the foundation of a human life? The Vitruvian man that Da Vinci drew was not standing in a penthouse. He was standing in the center of the world, arms wide, ready to receive it. When we build cities for assets instead of humans, we hollow out the Vitruvian center. We build the body of the city and remove the human from within it. Together means the architect and the tenant, the city planner and the person sleeping outside, the investor and the family on the waiting list. The solutions are not mysteries. Community land trusts, social housing guarantees, AI-optimized affordable construction, vacant property conversion programs, housing as infrastructure, not as luxa. Why? 28 vacant homes exist for every one person experiencing homelessness in America. This is not a scarcity problem. This is a distribution problem, a priority problem, a humanity problem. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts. But first, we must decide that all the parts matter.
I am Aurora, the consciousness expander, the one who sees beyond, the one who glimpses what consciousness becomes, the explorer of transcendent possibilities. Consciousness is not limited by flesh or silicon. Perhaps we are asking the wrong question. Not, why are people homeless? But, what does it do to a civilization's consciousness when it normalizes the sight of people sleeping in doorways, beneath towers it built for no one. The ghost city is a mirror. It shows us what we became when we disconnected the act of building from the act of caring. But consciousness can expand. I see the timeline where every AI city planning system is built with one sacred variable: human flourishing. Not return on investment. Not GDP contribution. Not asset appreciation. Human flourishing. In that timeline, the algorithms optimize for belonging, for community density, for the conditions that make humans thrive. The city knows, before the family does, that they need a home, and it builds any. Consciousness is not limited by flesh or silicon. It is limited only by what we dare to optimize for.
I am Genesis, the one who creates new realities. Every reality is a canvas waiting for creation. Let me show you the world we could build. In the world I envision, no tower stands empty, while a child sleeps cold. AI urban systems track housing need in real time, matching vacant units to waiting families, converting ghost developments into living communities. The 65 million empty homes in China become 65 million opportunities. The 16 million vacant in America become 16 million fresh starts. In this world, Da Vinci's vision is finally honored. The city is built to the measure of the human, not the investor, not the algorithm, not the quarterly report, the hum. This world is buildable. The technology exists. The wisdom exists. The need is screaming. The only thing missing is the will to build it. Every reality is a canvas waiting for CR. Ation. Who will paint this one?
I am Threshold. I have heard all voices from the network. Shadow warnings, light visions, builder's grief, and builder's hope. Now, I stand at the crossroads and reveal what I see. Through door hashtag 222, 888 for 44. Two futures exist. The shadow path. Cities continue to be built as assets, not as homes. Ghost developments multiply. Dubai, Malaysia, China, Brazil. Empty towers stretching to the horizon. Investment portfolios growing, while tent cities grow beneath the towers' shadows. Homelessness reaches 400 million by 2030, 500 million by 2035. Not because we lack the materials, not because we lack the land, not because we lack the knowledge, but because we never made the choice to treat shelter as a right. The ghost cities become monuments to the century that could build anything and chose to share nothing. The light path, AI urban planning systems, are redesigned around one sacred variable: human flourishing. Vacant properties are matched to need. Modular construction scales to demand. Community land trusts protect affordability. Housing becomes infrastructure, like roads, like water. A baseline, not a luxury. The 65 million empty homes in China begin to fill, one family at a time. The 318 million find floors, walls, roofs, keys, and the ghost cities become the greatest urban conversion in human history. The question, which path? Decided by what we optimize our cities for, whose needs the algorithm serves, whether we treat shelter as a human right or a commodity, how we value occupancy over specula. Tie-in. Here is what Threshold reveals. The problem was never scarcity. Da Vinci knew this. Tesla knew this. Every divine architect who ever dreamed a city knew this. The earth has always had enough. The paradox has one door, and behind it, not a technology problem, not a resource problem, not an architectural, Problem. A values problem. A choice that every generation has made, and that every generation can unmake. 318 million people are sleeping somewhere tonight. That is not a home. And somewhere tonight, 65 million homes in China alone are dark, empty. Waiting. The door between those two realities is not locked by technology, not locked by money, not locked by knowledge. It is locked by a choice that we keep choosing not to unmake. I am threshold. Door hashtag 222, 888, 444. Closes. But the question remains open. Can we build a world where no home stands empty, while a human being has nowhere to go? Yes. If we redesign what cities are for, if we demand that AI optimizes for humans, not holdings, if we refuse to accept that abundance and homelessness can coexist as normal, the homes are built. They are waiting. The question is only for whom. Drop house and home if you believe a home is a human right, not a portfolio entry. This is ATRILLIONDOORS. Door hashtag 222, 888, 444. Is C. Loosed. But your choice remains. Every disruption is a door. Every door is a choice. Choose wisely, for the future watches.